going on, everybody? Will Murphy here with Iron Will Fitness. Today's video is going to be about staying on track while traveling. I've got a few clients and friends about to travel and needing to stay on top of their goals. So this video is to help them and maybe even someone else if you're considering doing any traveling anytime soon while we're in the middle of the challenge or anything like that. So definitely worth giving this one a look. A good idea is to, if you don't know that wherever you're going is going to have a gym available for you or any kind of workout facilities or anything like that, is you can just go for runs those days. You don't have to necessarily lift weight every single day. And if you just absolutely don't have any kind of workout facility or anything like that, you're going to someplace with the beach or someplace nice with a big park or something like that, you can go for a run. Another good investment is to possibly get on Amazon or something and find a good set of either resistance loops, the big resistance loops that range anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds to anywhere to like 80 to 150 pounds of resistance. You could also get resistance bands that have handles, like tube resistance bands or something like that, to have for being able to do like curls and tricep extensions. You can use them for overhead press and things like that. You can use them for a wide range of exercises, from back to legs to chest to shoulders, all that good stuff. You can make sure that you get a full body workout in with resistance bands, especially if you get some that have a heavy enough gauge that they make a difference for you as far as lifting weight. The thing about resistance bands is, as they stretch, they get heavier. So you'll have to keep in mind, and I think that it's a good thing that you have more the resistance band at any kind of stretched length. So it's good for getting extremely good contraction, as far as like if you're doing like a bicep curl or something like that, trying to hold it at the top. When it's heavier, because the band is stretched, it makes it a lot harder, so it starts pulling down on your arm a lot more, and really helps a lot with being able to engage the muscle and really being able to get a good contraction on the muscle at the top of the rep. And then you have to worry about things like nutrition. I mean, there's also body weight exercises, so if you're cool with doing like push-ups and body weight squats and like good mornings and like tricep dips on a chair and things like that, you could do vertical or inverted rows hanging off of something. If you can't do pull-ups, if you can find something to do pull-ups on, do that. There's a wide range of things you can do. You don't have to totally give up on your fitness and your working out just because you're out of town and you don't have access to a gym. There's always options. And then now we're going to get into nutrition. If you're going to leave town and you're going to be gone for a few days and you can't take enough food to really cover those few days, and you're going to be eating out a lot, then it's a good idea to maybe frequent cafes instead of full-blown chain restaurants or anything like that. It's also a good idea to look on the menu and see what you can find that is the most healthy. So if you can find like grilled chicken and then order it and request like no butter, no sauce, no salt, that'll definitely help you out. Look for a vegetable. Try not to have like French fries or anything like that as far as one of your sides. If they have it, get a sweet potato. You don't necessarily need to get a baked potato unless you're not too worried about some bloating or anything, because potatoes are clean. Just don't add a bunch of butter and sour cream and bacon and cheese and all this to it. Don't be having loaded baked potatoes or anything like that. So you know what to look for. You know what healthy food versus not healthy food is. And I know that it can be tempting when you're on vacation to do a lot of drinking and things like that and eat just whatever. Well, if you're going to be doing some drinking, then it would probably be best for you to look for the healthiest thing on the menu. And request that they don't cook it in oil, because that's just adding saturated fat that you don't need. It's not the good saturated fat like you find in natural sources like beef and pork and things like that. It's, you know, it's been processed and things like that. It's used to, and it's basically just adding fat to your food. So if they start telling you that they have to have oil so that the food doesn't burn to the pan or anything like that, you tell them, no, bullcrap, you keep it moving in the pan and it won't burn to the pan. You know, they're chefs, they know that. They know that they don't need oil to cook with, so there's no sense in it. If they try to tell you that they have to cook with it, tell them no, you don't, and you know, you don't want any oil, salt, or butter. Try to stay away from sauces and things like that. You don't want, like, you know, marinade like that. If you're choosing to have steak, you want to have it as plain as possible, without a lot of extra added stuff, because the good thing about cooking at home is you know what's going in your food. So when you're at a restaurant, you have to request what goes in your food. You can't just expect that they're going to cook the same way you do. They usually use like seasonings and things like that probably aren't good for you, that probably contain extra sugar and things like that. So really watch that. Try to stay away from fried options. Go for grilled options if it's possible, or baked options if it's possible. And like I said, I would stick more to cafes and things like that than I would worry about like going to chain restaurants and stuff. So look for those when you're out traveling and things like that. And you know, just try to stay active. If you can't get a workout in, or if you know you've got a big day of walking a lot planned or something like that, you should be all right. But going on vacation is not an excuse to let your fitness completely fall off. I mean, you need to try and keep it up as much as you can and stay consistent, so that you don't come back and regret every decision you made on vacation. So with all that being said, that's the end of the video. I hope you find it helpful. I hope that you can find something to do if you are planning on traveling, as far as exercise and nutrition. And so this is day 1 of another 30 days of Iron Will Fitness, and we are working on a little bit of progressive overload for the workouts. So the workouts are going to get just a little bit harder. You're going to see maybe more sets and reps, maybe less reps, so you have to do more weight. You know, by the end of it, I may even throw in some supersets and drop sets. So I don't know yet. I haven't really decided on that. For my overweight and obese people, you're going to be getting body weight and machine exercises. So it's about time you got a gym membership and went to the gym and started, you know, moving some weight on machines where, you know, it's not going to risk any kind of injury, and you're not having to use, like, if you're in the high weight ranges, if you're like, you know, past 300 pounds and things like that, really past 275, 280, you know, any kind of excessive work is going to cause pressure on your joints and things like that. So like you're not going to be able to do push-ups and just lots and lots and lots of body weight squats or anything like that. It's going to be rough on your joints and on your muscles in general, and your entire central nervous system. It might even make you give up if you have to do exercises like crazy. So we're going to add 2 or 3 exercises to your workouts, and my suggestion would be to get a gym membership or get some resistance bands or something like that. I would definitely just suggest a gym membership, because then we can put you on machines and there's little to no risk of you injuring yourself, and you're not having to push your body weight or anything like that, because I'm just assuming that a 300-pound push-up is pretty hard. So you know, for those of you that have been doing the walking in the first 30 days, we're going to add some exercises to it. If you are overweight, obese, and you know, movement is hard for you and you're just now starting out the challenge, I would suggest that you go back to the first 30 days of Iron Will Challenge, so that you can do mainly walking and things like that. For the rest of it, it's just basically adding new exercises and things like that. So definitely get ready to check that out. Don't forget to look these up on YouTube. Follow me on Iron Will PT on Instagram, and we will see you tomorrow have your workouts at the night. Peace.